Hello everyone, welcome to day 80 of playing chess every day for you. Let's find the game. Starting with white. Next move is c3 for us, unless he attacks this pawn. I'll play d3 first. He actually brings his bishop. I think I'll just play... The thing is, I can't play c3 looking to bring my queen because he'd have a fork. So I'll just play... I'll play c3 anyway, but I won't bring my queen yet. Attacks my pawn, so I'll play d3. He's trying to kick my bishop away. I can take that here. Knight takes. We can just trade everything off. I think I can try to kick the knights away here. Haven't castled yet in case he decides to bring his bishops this way. Jumps his knight in here. Maybe he just wants to trade off this bishop. I'll take the trade. I think here I can look to kick the knight. I think it's okay to castle in this position. But first we look to just bring our knights in. He's attacking this. I can actually just block that. Gives a check. If I block here and he takes, his rook can come in. I don't really like that, but I think we'll go for this block anyway. He takes with the knights. Take with the rook here. He actually takes with the bishop. Now he has discoveries on my king. I can just draw my bishop back. Then he wins this. So I don't like that much. Could castle right now, which I think is the best move. Losing a pawn, but that's okay. If he takes on c3, I think I'll play queen b3, trying to win that pawn. Brings his queen in. If I play queen b3 now, he's probably threatening to push, which attacks this, but then I just play... Well, he's actually threatening to come in with his bishop, which is dangerous, but I think we're coming in first with checks, so... We also just had the knight f3 forking these two. which we could have played. I think I'll play knight f3 next. Knight f3 also stops him from pushing, so we're threatening to take on f7 here with check, winning a rook. Our knight is quite strong here. He could have actually sacrificed his light squared bishop. I wouldn't see a defense against that. X. Okay, so he wants to save his rook. So here I have to just attack him. He jumps back, but that just hangs the bishop with tempo. So now if he pushes, we just push. I think my opponent made a mistake here. I'm the one attacking his queen. Okay, but that doesn't work because I get to take his queen. Even take with check first. We just take the queen. And so my opponent blundered him. I could take the bishop, I could go for check straight away. My opponent just resigns. So let's look at this. We had a blunder, but my opponent had two. We played at a 75.7, my opponent with a 61.3. So we played the Italian here. Everything was okay here. I should have castled before pushing, but I always like to push to stop the knight from coming in. I should have castled here. Trading off is good for me. So here I blundered the pawn. But he should have taken with the rook, which comes with check. Instead he takes with the bishop, which is just wrong. I get the castle here and I'm safe. So we had knight f3 here, even earlier. Because his bishop would have no squares. Almost no squares, only this one. And he'd have to move the queen first, so. We had knight f3 earlier. Then my opponent blundered, allowing me, he was too scared of this check. He allowed me to come in. Then he blundered his bishop, instead of just sliding his queen over and defending it. So we take. Now he can take here, but I take the queen. And there's no more checks. And my opponent resigns, so. My opponent blundered heavily this game. We also played poorly. We should have come in with this knight f3 move earlier, but let's just find the second game. So we're playing as black this time. And we get d4, so I'll play d5. We don't want to take that. It brings the queen to pin, but I just have this. He attacks this. So here if I push and he takes, I take with the bishop and there's nothing there. So he's actually going to take. That opens up my bishop on this diagonal. Now I can bring my bishop in and pressure my opponent with my knight. That move doesn't work. If I play bishop here, he comes in, but then he's not threatening anything there, so I'll actually just put my bishop here. If he takes, I think after this we're fine. And the queen's almost trapped. I can attack the queen here, which I'll do. And I'm lining up attacks. On my opponent's king. His king is already restricted. I'm just gonna bring my queen in. If he pushes, I think I can just draw back and then come in here. No, he pushes. He actually pushes like that. If he blocks here, if my opponent blocks here, after we go here, if he blocks, we take, come in. If we come in and he blocks with the pawn, we can sacrifice our knight, because, yeah, if he plays this, we just take, can't take back. King can't really move. If he goes here, I come in with my knight and to fork. The king has to move here if he wants to move the king, which is just wrong. We're building up an attack here. I wish I could get my rooks involved, but there's no way to do that. His king's being cut off. He takes. I mean, we could actually threaten to come in, but I guess he always has defense, if that happens. Here he actually can't take back, so he pins instead, which is good. I think that's a good move for my opponent. Could take the rook, but then I lose my queen. I can actually defend my queen. If he takes the piece, we have to take, which is unfortunate. I think he just takes here, and he does. So I think we did go down an exchange here, which is bad for us, but after blocks, yeah, we didn't have anything here, I think. Defend our queen could take. I don't have any more checks. I mean, it's bad for my opponent to take my queen, because I just come in with my bishop. He could force the trade, but we'll wait for my opponent to force the trade. I think I want to start developing my rooks into the game. Just castle here. So he's trying to force the trade. We have no checks, we have to just take the trade, unfortunately. This move, he just goes here, and then we can pin the knight. Is this move good? You can go here just to defend both. Then I have to go this way. I think I'll play this anyway. I want my bishop on the square. It'll be very powerful there. Just holding all these pawns. Making a weakness for us. I don't actually have to move the bishop now. We can open up on this side of the board. Takes isn't a blunder because it's defended. Takes that way. We can actually push it because if it takes, we take with the bishop. Holding everything. I can also bring my rook in now. So he wants to attack my bishop. I can attack his rook. There's nothing dangerous over here. If he goes knight d7, we can just move our rook, and I think we're fine. If he trades my bishop off, that's okay. We are down material, but we are restricting his pieces here. We're down an exchange. So here he actually attacks the bishop. I can't just move. Bishop isn't trapped, I could go this way. If he attacks me again, he actually can't attack me again if I go here. And his knight is almost trapped. Play rook c8 next, because the knight is almost trapped. This pawn's very strong. He's looking for escapes. I'll cut off the escape. And play rook c8. If he pushes, we just take. Oh no, I think that's a blunder from my opponent. I play rook c8 and that knight is pinned. If he protects, we still just take. So my opponent blunders here by castling. He breaks the pin, but we just take the piece. Push, we take, so I'm not sure what my opponent's doing here. The bishop is pinned, so I could go and try and win the bishop by this move and then double up. He doubles up here. I can take with my rook, but can I just push him? I will just push him. And I didn't see anything there. We can always just play. Okay, so he slides his king out of the way. We win a pawn here. And we attack this. King attacks doesn't work. He has to defend this, go back with the rook. I'm gonna double up here. So he actually can't defend this. So we don't want to take there. Instead, I want to chase the king around. So he takes there. This move. Comes down as a blunder. Actually goes this way. And this is almost mate. Can force a rook trade. Could take. Could push. I think take isn't that dangerous because I can go this way. Gives a check, but I'm not scared. I can run this way. Rook to the a file is almost checkmate. I'll attack this. I don't think check works. This checkmate is coming. So we're fine here. Let's see this game. My opponent played with a 70.3 and we played with an 80.8. We both had a blunder each. We had 3 great moves. And we played like a 1300 while my opponent like a 1050. Got d4, we played d5. We just developed naturally. We get to chase the queen around. We should have come back with the bishop. Kept it on this diagonal. But I didn't see any possible pushes that we might have. So he should have actually taken that. I thought if he takes here we have this move. And then his queen's almost trapped, but he does have this check. Then I'd block with the knight. I'm not sure. This lets me develop very dangerously. So we actually should have played queen to g5 instead of f6, attacking this straight away. I think we'd win this pawn. Instead, my pawn plays that, which is a mistake. Sacrificing the knight is a good move. Because if he takes it, we take the rook, so... We actually blundered the piece here. We should have come back with the knight. The trade was okay for us. Instead, we gave up the knight, which is not good for 2 pawns, but it's not good. My opponent forces the trade and he's up in exchange. He's actually much better here because of our blunder. I come in with the bishop, which I felt was good. This is a good move, cutting his knight off. And my opponent blunders by letting me pin the knight to the king. There's no way he can protect it. He can only break the pin, but still loses the knight. And going to trade off the bishop was good here, because we come in with check and then we win this. But we lost the tempo, so we allowed him to defend. Taking that was good. We don't want to take here and let his rook in, because that's very dangerous. Here we were able to run away, so that's a mistake because we come in with a mate. Here my opponent had to probably defend, or run the king actually, because there's no more checks here. But we come in with checkmate, so that's it for today. 2 very good games from us, 2 wins. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.